Welcome to Happy Wife, Happy Life. We're your hosts. I'm Kendahl Landreth.
And I'm Jordan Myrick.
And we are two incredibly unqualified,
but deeply in love comedians who are here to help you with all things relationships. And on today's episode, we're talking dating and distance.
Don't I kind of look like I'm in the military?
You do a little bit. Yeah, you do.
I was just, when the cameras got put on me, and then I was like, wow, thank you, soldier.
Yes. You know what that makes me think of?
What?
When I just graduated from college and I got called in to audition for like a PSA.
Oh.
For some branch of the military or some military thing. And it was like an anti-sexual assault for allegedly maybe the Army.
Okay.
I don't want to get sued by the U.S. government. I can't remember what it was. This was like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And I had to go in and do it. And first of all, so I'm like 21 in this. I maybe didn't even graduate from college yet. And they say military look, no hair, no makeup, all natural, whatever. So I come in, no makeup.
Yeah.
Hair, slick back.
When they say no makeup, I'm telling you, they never mean no makeup.
Well, I know that now.
They mean a man is going to need to look at you and he needs to think you're not wearing makeup.
Yes. Well, and then I got there and everyone was professionally done. Blowouts, whatever. Like, I was like, okay. So that was the first thing I was embarrassed about.
Yeah.
And then I went in and I did the audition. It was so depressing. It was all like statistics around sexual assault. And I did it once. And then they were like, can you do it again? But like, can we lighten it up a little? Can we have a little more fun with it? And I think about that all the time. And then I had to do another take where I had to like have more fun with it.
That is insane. You know what that reminds me of? I had an audition when I was about maybe 18 or 19. You know, I struggle with reading.
Sure.
Famously. You know, I'm not a great reader, especially reading aloud, very hard for me.
Yeah.
I auditioned to read the audiobook of a high school science book.
That's insane.
And
who sent you out for that? You self-submitted.
I self-submitted. I didn't have an agent.
Unwell.
I self-submitted.
Unbelievable.
And I went in for the audition, and I wish I had footage of this. I mean, this 20-minute period may just be one of the most degrading moments of my life.
Yeah.
I could not pronounce a single word. And they just made it keep going. They just made me get through it. And it was horrible.
You have such a wonderful blind confidence that I think is really nice. And I think it's gotten you very far.
Thank you so much. I didn't get this job.
Because why would you think you could do that?
Because I was so uneducated, I didn't even know what words could exist. I thought, I can read atom.
Sure.
Mitochondria is the worst I could have. Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
The worst I could have thought of was mitochondria. I knew how to say that one. The words that were in there, it was so embarrassing. I had to ask every other word. I had to ask, how do I say this? And we'd have to start. It was horrible.
That's rough.
And I didn't get it. But no, I look like I'm in the military today, which also reminds me of the things that keep getting served to me right now on Instagram and TikTok, which is edits of my cousin on Lioness, which I don't want to see.
Which you guys, if you're a longtime listener, you know that Kendahl's cousin is Jill Wagner, a famous...
I would say I'm a famous... You know what's weird?
She is famous.
She's becoming famous. Because when I was growing up, she was a celebrity in my family because she was the Lincoln Mercury girl for the car company that I think went out of business. And then she was the Wipeout host.
Yeah.
To me, that's famous.
Doesn't get bigger than that.
But it's also not a person that, she's not an A-lister. People aren't going to know who she is. Well, now, and then to me, that was old. Okay, now she's moved on. She's had kids. She lives, I don't know this woman. Like
You've met her once, right?
Met her maybe twice.
Okay.
And I was young. Mm-hmm. And just for, I follow her. She doesn't follow me back on Instagram type of relationship.
Rough. A huge blow.
I'm incredibly active. I always am like, maybe she'll notice. And so we are related, but I think maybe we're even second cousins. But I thought that was in the past. She's had kids. She's moved on. She lives in, I think, Tennessee. I thought her kind of acting had gone where it was supposed to go. Well, now she's on this new show, Lioness. She's out to the max.
Yeah.
She's not gay.
The haircut's wild.
The haircut is borderline offensive.
It's a military show, right? And Nicole Kidman's in it.
Nicole Kidman. I think there are lesbians in it. I think maybe she doesn't play a lesbian, which is crazy.
Okay.
She's muscle mommied. I mean, it's insane.
It's on Paramount Plus. It stars Zoe Saldana, Nicole Kidman, Jill Wagner, Morgan Freeman. You dropped your phone.
I did. Sorry.
You're gonna pretend like you didn't.
Yeah.
And it is according to IMDb, CIA operative Joe McNamara and her team attempt to balance their personal and professional lives as the tip of the spear in the agency's war on terror.
I don't know.
The tip of the spear.
I don't
Is that
know.
a saying?
I don't know.
Have any of y'all heard that before?
Sit on this. What is it?
You know it's not sit on the spear.
Or what did you say?
Hold on. Oh my God. On your computer, do you ever just have something pop up where all of a sudden it's like Apple Podcasts is popping up for no reason?
Yes. Well, your computer's an absolute nightmare.
Don't.
Your
Everyone
computer
leave
is
me
like
alone.
a
I'm going to do better. I'm going to fix it.
graveyard of things.
Her team attempt to balance their personal and professional lives as the tip of the spear in the agency's war on terror. So I guess that means they're on like the very front line.
Yeah, that's what
they're
I would
the sharpest point. But what a strange way to describe it.
I have no idea. All I know is my cousin's in it. I thought I don't know. I just never thought about her act. She did a lot of Hallmark stuff, and then she did some great American Family stuff, if I believe. My point
You saw
is,
Candace Cameron is going to be on the new season of that.
Happy Wife, Happy Life.
On the new season of Happy Wife, Happy Life. Season 4, she's our opening guest.
Yeah.
No, on that new season of that show that JoJo Siwa did that's the military show.
Special Forces.
Special Forces.
If I remember correctly, they got a good cast for this next one.
Because
usually it's just Bachelor contestants and people that you're kind of like, who is that? Candace Cameron Bure is someone I would pitch if I was casting that show.
If you were like evil and you were like a reality casting producer.
Well, yeah, that's hilarious. That's so funny. She's exactly who I want to see on that show.
And I'm sure people watching that show like her, right?
I don't know. I mean, you don't need to like a person to watch them on Special Forces. In fact, I think it's funnier.
It's better if you dislike them.
I mean, watching Black China on that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Sure. Do you explicitly dislike Black China?
No, but like, I'm not a fan of Black China. I don't know anything about her.
It's kind of neither here nor there.
It's more like the type of person that just would never be in this scenario.
Yeah, they got some really kind of kooky ones this season, including Candace Cameron Bure, as you said. Colin Gosselin.
Yeah, that's insane.
From John and Kate +8.
That's hilarious.
Ruby Rose.
Wow.
The lesbian. Oh, George Santos.
That's insane.
The politician, crazy. Brandy Glanville from Real Housewives. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good they did good on casting because I do think usually it's a lot of like quote unquote celebrities.
Well, you know what I'll say too, a lot, like I feel like in the first season it was a lot of Olympians.
But that's what I mean.
Like cheating.
That's why Black China, I was like, that's what I want to see. I want to see someone who
can't do it.
Who cannot do it.
Of course. I don't need to see Olympic athletes do a good job at other things outside of the Olympics.
Yeah, it's like when JoJo's on Dancing with the Stars. You're like, yeah.
You're like, okay, yeah, she can dance. I'm not impressed. I want to see Ruby Rose carry Candace Cameron Bure across a pond while they're being shot at.
That's good TV. But so my cousin is now on this new Lioness show. I mean, she's been on it 3 seasons now. And
24 episodes, according to IMDb.
24 episodes. I haven't seen it, but she is... I don't know the plot of the show, but she's absolutely ripped. Sorry, she's the head of the spear. Yeah. She's the head of the spear. She's absolutely ripped. My point is, I don't know what her character's deal is. I'm pretty sure her name is Bobby in the show.
You're right about that?
She always has a toothpick in her mouth. But I thought that was very funny. She like carries so she seems really gay in it. So now on my TikTok, I keep getting served these edits of her because they're like, well, Kendall's gay. And
like
my TikTok,
sexy, horny fan edits.
And hey, I mean, we're enough unrelated that
Kendall, please.
She's hot. What can I say?
Kendall, please.
Also, I did see an interview because now I'm getting served these. I saw an interview of her being like, I always regretted not going into the army.
Okay.
But I think doing this show is kind of basically saying doing the show is second best.
Is like as close to the army as I can get now.
And I was like, that is such a funny thing to say. But also, I mean, good for you. But that really made me laugh. So anyways, I have no full circle thought to this. Just it reminds me, I feel a little like her today. I'm channeling my Jill Wagner in my slicked back ponytail and my cargo pants.
Wow.
I don't look as gay as her.
This is a picture of her. We'll get him to throw it up on the screen.
When I saw her in this show,
Yeah.
I was truly at a loss.
She
for
looks,
words.
speaking of Ruby Rose, kind of like Ruby Rose.
I'd say maybe even hotter.
Wow. Okay.
Not in a weird way.
Relax with your
But
cousin,
she
please.
looks like a lesbian. I think she could be a lesbian icon, but I don't think it's ever going to go far because of all her connections with Candace.
Well, I mean, sure.
I don't know what the end goal is here. I'm like, you got to be real careful.
There's no end goal.
You
She's looking
can't
for a
be
paycheck.
wearing. I guess that's true.
You know, we're all just looking for a paycheck.
I have no idea. Anyways, okay. Moving on. Tomorrow's my birthday. Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Tomorrow's my birthday.
When
It's
this episode
huge.
comes out, it will have been last week was Kendall's birthday.
Isn't it crazy to think when you're listening to this, I've already experienced my birthday.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And Kendall loves her birthday. That's something to know.
I do love my birthday. But I don't need to go big on my birthday, I would say. I just love the day. So let's just tell them what's going on. Tonight, Jordan said, what do you want for dinner? Anything you want. I said, what I want is us to put on our PJs and go to the grocery store. Because if you know me, that's one of my favorite things. It makes me feel so alive.
Sure.
Late night at the grocery store, my PJs, anything's possible.
It's very fun.
I'm going to pick out a little dinner there, go home. Then tomorrow, who knows what could happen. And then I'm having a little party.
We know what's going to happen tomorrow. We have plans all day. What are you talking about?
Well,
We have plans and we have gifts. Kendall is not.
I know, but I didn't want to say.
Well, you don't have to say our secret plans, but Kendall is also not.
It's
you're
a
not
little
chill.
private.
You're not chill about your birthday.
No, but I don't need to be like, some people, when they're like, I'm crazy about my birthday, they mean like, I don't think I relate to that. Where, some women usually, sorry.
You're not mean about it, but you did
some
ask me if
women
we
are
go
like-
on a safari.
Okay. But we're not going on a safari. So a lot of women would have forced you to go on a safari.
Sure.
Also, I just sometimes think of my birthday as an excuse to do a thing. I want to go. What have I always said, Jordan? I want to go on a safari. I've always said that.
You've always said a lot of things.
And every time you say we need to research it, and I say, okay, well, get to it. And so I was like, maybe on my 30th we go on a safari. But if we do a lot of travel around my birthday, I'm not like we have to go do more travel for my birthday. Some people are really, when you say I'm crazy about my birthday, they expect a huge party. Every person gets them. They take it really seriously. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I want people to more so acknowledge that it's my birthday.
Sure.
I want everyone to be
You guys
aware
hear that? Acknowledge that
it's
it's
my
your birthday.
birthday.
August 4th.
It already happened.
Same day as
Barack Obama, Meghan Markle, Queen Elizabeth, Greta Gerwig, the Sprouse twins.
Huge.
If that doesn't make you believe in astrology, I don't know what will.
Huge.
Some of the greats of our time. All of the greats of our time.
Yeah, the only greats of our
The
time.
only great people of our time. So I'm very excited.
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
I love your
I'm really
birthday.
excited. It's going to be fun. You're always really sweet on my birthday.
It's the one day of the year.
Yeah, it's one day of the year.
One day of the year I'm sweet. So we actually have some really exciting news coming up at the end of this episode.
Oh my God.
But before we get to our really exciting news, let's ask some questions. We've been doing really bad about that the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
We're not staying on task. We're not staying focused.
I know.
We're doing a bad job.
There's a Vyvanse shortage. Did you hear about this?
I didn't. Have you not been able to get it?
So I've been fine. So really this is unrelated because I've been on my Vyvanse. But my psychologist, what do you call it? Psychiatrist this morning. I have a psychologist, my personal psychologist. Wait, is that the same as psychiatrist?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Who cares? My psychiatrist was like, are you affected by the shortage? And I was like, not yet, but I've heard rumors going around the ADHD rumor mill that there's a shortage. Anyways, we're going to stay on task today. So what are we asking questions about?
We're talking about relationships and long distance and travel and anything that requires moving and grooving.
Oh, I wonder why we're going to do that.
I wonder too.
I wonder if there's something related at the end of the episode about that.
And maybe you have to listen until the very end of the episode to hear
It's that we're going on a trip.
Yeah.
We're going on a trip, but
We're
we
going
won't be
on
here
a
for weeks. I wish.
She got her way. We're going on a safari tomorrow.
Oh, God. Talk about, if we went on a safari, I would be crying the whole time.
I just don't want to go on a safari. It feels weird.
That's fine. Well, it's not. I'll go by myself.
Kendall.
No, it's fine. I'm going to go. I won't want you there anyways. I think it's like a lot of things. You can do it in a way that's not great, or you can do it in a way that is great and gives back to the community.
What community?
The economy of wherever we're going. I have no idea, Jordan. I don't even know where a safari takes place. I'm just saying, like, anything you can use local vendors and hotels. I mean, we won't stay at a Hard Rock hotel in South Africa. We won't.
Okay. Well, that's your first time telling me we don't have to stay at a Hard Rock hotel. So
because I've always wanted to stay at a Hard Rock hotel.
Yeah.
Because they have the pools that are shaped like a guitar.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow.
So if you have any recs for local businesses
in any part of South Africa.
Any part of, I guess I would say Africa at large.
No, well, just if you've gone on a safari that you liked and you feel like was ethical. But it has to be ethical and I get to ride a lion. Or an ostrich. No, I can't say that because people actually do ride ostriches. And we'll never be able to know if they like it or not. There's no way to tell if the ostrich is like being ridden.
That's how I feel about horses. I hate to tell you.
You know what? We don't have time to get into it.
Sorry.
Because it's actually, that's going to piss me off.
I'm like, what if the horse doesn't want to be ridden?
So you can actually tell, hey, don't make me bring Hazel in here. You can actually, horses are so smart that we can communicate with them basically better than I can even communicate with you. If they didn't want to be ridden, trust me, they'd let you know. And that's when it gets problematic. Sometimes they let you know and people ride them anyways. I would never do that.
How do they let you know?
I'm not a horse teacher. I don't know yet. Hazel could tell you. Okay, how would a horse tell you they don't want to be ridden?
Oh, yeah, Hazel, you're a horse girl. I forgot.
Hazel rides horses very much, a lot.
Hazel rides horses very much.
I mean, there's like a lot of things they can do, but they can buck you off, they can rear, they can bolt, they can spin, they can spook, they can literally, like, I had one that tried to lay down once, and so we just took him back and put him away after.
Yeah, put him away. She won't tell you what that means.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Of course, you listen to the horse. And you know what they do
Hazel.
when they're happy?
I don't know.
Right? Is this right, Hazel? They nod their head.
I don't think that's a thing.
No hesitation. That's actually 100% wrong.
What's a way they would show you, like, oh, I'm excited for you to ride me?
Put their ears forward.
Right.
And, like, it's kind of an absence of, like, any other, like, signals of discomfort. So, like,
Yeah.
if they're uncomfortable, they'll, like, swish their tail or, like, put their ears back.
Yeah.
Or, like, start, bucking or something.
Yeah.
So if they're not doing that and their ears are forward and they look like they're having a pleasant time, usually they're doing pretty good.
Usually they're having a pleasant time. Thank you so much, Hazel. So let's not speak on things we don't know.
Okay.
Because I've actually, since I've started riding a horse, I've had a lot of your little friends and my little friends.
Which ones?
Luke Field
Oh, Luke.
told me he didn't think it was right to ride a horse. And I was at a loss for words because you guys don't know. And when something's bred, what do you say about, okay, a sheepdog?
I don't want us to breed animals
Whenever
anymore.
I'm not breeding an animal. I'm not.
I don't want anyone to breed animals
I
anymore.
want it to be very clear. I have never bred an animal.
Okay.
But when you see a sheepdog herding sheep, God forbid you see a sheepdog not herding sheep, what do people say? Oh, he wants to be out herding sheep. These things are made
But
to
horses
do their job.
aren't made for you to ride.
Yes, they are.
You think,
right, Hazel?
You think God in
Hazel,
heaven,
back on the line.
Hazel, get back on the line.
God didn't make
You think
domesticated
God
horses.
in heaven made horses for people to ride.
Well, they've been, like, domesticated over, like, even all the wild horses in North America are all from Europe. Like, none of the quote-unquote wild horses and Mustangs
Like all of us.
that are all from selective breeding in Europe.
We're all from
They've
Europe.
been brought over, and now they've
Right.
feral.
Do you think Angel, our dog, the way God intended her to live was to be eating food out of a sniffle mat?
God didn't intend for her to live. Our dog?
That's my point, Jordan. These animals are not what God gave us. What am I even talking about? This becomes like a religious podcast.
Yeah. Kendall and I deeply believe in
Thank
God.
you so much, Hazel. Yeah, if there's one thing about us, we take our religion very seriously. My point is, these are not made, they are made, and this is why I have Hazel here. I'm not the most educated on it, but I'm just saying, we can't go by what they're naturally supposed to do because they're not naturally the way they are. I mean, Angel, look at our dog. You think she could survive the way a wolf is supposed to survive? And we did her DNA. She does have wolf in her. And she would not last a damn minute.
Sure. Yeah, when you do those dog DNA tests, some of them give you like a wolfiness score of how much, I don't know, I guess ancestral wolf DNA your dog has.
And it's not common to have the highest the high number she had.
It's not common. She has a very high number.
My little wolf.
I think hers is like 6.9. And what's common is like 0.8.
Wow.
She's practically wild.
And she does howl if
An ambulance goes by.
ambulance goes by. She's not very smart.
Kendahl.
She is. Sorry, she listens.
No, I know. She says the same thing about you, so it's fine.
Okay, we're going to answer a question.
Okay.
What is it?
How do you get less nervous about sharing video sex or nudes? Kendahl, this one's for you.
No, it's actually not.
No, it's
because
probably more for me.
I was never nervous. I think, I don't know, it's not mandatory. I'm like, what are you nervous about? Are you nervous
Them getting
about...
leaked, probably.
No, see, we've read that completely different. Because to me, I'm like, are you nervous? Like, oh, I'm so vulnerable and this is so, I'm nervous. Or are you, to me, getting leaked is I'm scared it's going to get leaked.
I'm scared that they would get leaked. So
Can I ask
wouldn't do
you, and there's no problem with that fear. What are you scared of?
I don't want naked pictures of me on the internet.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you? Or is your next question why?
Why? Yeah.
Because I don't want people looking at naked pictures of me that I didn't give them.
Of course. And it's illegal to leak photos, I'm pretty sure. So of course, and that's wrong.
Yeah.
But I guess to me, doing what we do, there's a lot of things that I'm like, oh, I wish that was on the internet. And I feel similar about that. I don't feel more like, oh, I really wish that wasn't on the internet.
I think, but all the things that are on the internet of us are typically things that we are doing on purpose to put on the internet.
Yeah, right. Yes, 100%. I guess to me, I take it as like you're nervous. And I think that's why I love taking nudes. You asked the question. You made me, it's my birthday.
Keep going. I didn't stop you.
It's my birthday and she's judging me for this. I think that what I love about them is that they can really build your confidence. And it's really a moment of, I remember when I was in college, my roommates and I, one of us was feeling really bad about ourselves. I can't remember who it was, but we did like a nude photo shoot together and it made us all feel so confident. We were just hyping each other up and it felt really fun. I think it's really rare that you with yourself are like, God forbid I call it a piece of art, making a piece of art of yourself and like really
Sweetheart, these aren't
feeling
art.
The ones I said.
The ones you send are not art. They're sexy.
John, isn't that horrible to say?
They're not art.
That's horrible.
They're nasty.
Are you hearing
Sexy
that?
nasty. Like nasty in a sexy way.
That one?
Which you send so many of them. They're always extremely graphic.
Well, I like to think, well, who's that one artist? Lesbian, had a husband though.
Oh, Georgia O'Keeffe?
Yeah. I like to think of them as like those paintings.
That's so crazy.
The flower painting.
Yeah, you think her paintings alluding to vaginas are the same as a photo of your actual vagina?
Yes.
All right.
I think it makes me feel so confident when I take them. I feel like it makes me feel like I don't know how to describe it, but I think it's a confidence builder. So I think if you're nervous about taking the pictures, take them just for yourself.
I agree.
Have a
with that.
photo shoot with yourself.
Yeah.
If you're that anxious about them getting leaked, don't take them. Like, it's really not necessary to do. If you're like, oh my God, I want to take nudes so bad, but I'm so scared of them getting leaked, I don't know, get a Polaroid camera.
Yeah.
I don't even know how. Do they have a timer on a Polaroid camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it the old-fashioned way. But if you just don't want to, you really don't have to. Jordan's never sent me one.
Yeah, I just don't think I ever will. I don't like it. I don't want to take a naked picture of myself and then put it in my phone. It just feels...
What about Polaroid?
I don't trust it. I would do Polaroid.
Okay.
I feel like I've done like probably a topless Polaroid before.
Okay. Don't know who got sent that.
Probably a long time ago.
Don't know who got that.
No, probably a long time
But
ago.
it was nasty though.
I'm sure it was nasty. Honey, I'm sure it was nasty.
Not art nasty.
I didn't say it was a piece of shit. I said it was nasty. Sexy nasty.
What are you going to do? But that's what I think. That's my answer.
I like that too. No, I think taking them for yourself is really great. I think taking them with a Polaroid is really great. And I also think sometimes I will take them though where they're like not nudes, but they're like a little thirst trap.
No, they're a little thirst trap. Yeah, you can definitely do...
You know, you could just take something like of you in like boy short underwear with like a shirt on, but the shirt's pulled up a little bit or something. And you can also always go full Grinder style where you're just showing like the whole of your penis.
Oh. Is that what they do on Grindr? The whole?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh my God.
You're getting a lot of torso. You're getting a lot of...
I don't like that.
You know?
I think nudes should be... I never liked when someone just sent me a photo of...
Just genitals?
Genitals. I'm
I
kind of
agree.
like... I could look that up on the internet.
Yeah.
Unless you have like a crazy vagina.
Yeah.
Unless you have something like I've never seen before.
Absolutely.
And then I'm like all for it. But
Yeah.
I think full face needs to be in it.
Wow.
A lot of people disagree with me on
Bold
that.
statement. Bold statement.
Today's episode of Happy Wife, Happy Life is sponsored by Mint Mobile. Celebrate this hot freedom summer with Mint Mobile's summer sale. Right now, all Mint Mobile plans are just $15 a month, so you can free yourself from big wireless. No gimmicks or gotchas, just fast and reliable coverage on the nation's largest 5G network. I love Mint Mobile, and I love them especially because they are so easy to switch to. I'm a person who makes stuff like this way too complicated, and switching to Mint is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Bring your current phone and number over to Mint. No long-term contracts, no hassle. Sign up online and start your 3, 6, or 12-month plan today. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/wife. That's mintmobile.com/wife. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/wife. That's it. There's no catch. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months required, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12 months. Equivalent to $15 a month. Taxes and fees extras, initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy, includes up to 20 gigabyte hotspot. Capable device required, availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com for details.
Okay, next question.
Next question. How do you decide who is the first to travel to see someone in a new long-distance relationship?
I think whoever's job is more flexible and has more money.
Yes. I think also maybe whoever lives in the better place.
Oh, yeah.
I think that can contribute too, because it's like if you're seeing each other for the first time, or it's the first time having this like long distance like meetup, you want it to be fun and you want it to be memorable. So I'm like, there's plenty of time to go to Kankakee, Illinois.
Yeah.
And you will.
Trust me. If you live
And
long enough,
trust me,
you'll
you
spend
will.
a lot of time
We
there.
will all get to Kankakee, Illinois. But if the other person lives in like Montreal,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of opportunity there for your first little like in-person trip.
True,
And
yeah.
I think that should guide it. But I do agree that money, time.
Yeah. That's definitely important. Because I think sometimes people will get really I've heard people take it really personally. Like, I visited this person 4 times and they still haven't visited me. Now, if you're like, it would really mean a lot if you'd visit and they're kind of like, oh, I don't really want to spend the money. Like, okay, that's different. That's annoying. But sometimes I'm like, yeah, well, you live in the middle of nowhere and they live in Montreal. The way you say it, I love. So I don't think you should take that personally. And I also think, yeah, if you have more money, you should be doing the visiting. I'm always very anti everything should be equal.
Oh, I know.
Okay, that's what today's going to be like. Just kidding. Okay, next question. I'm sleepy.
I'm sleepy too.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open. Can I tell you that?
Well, we've been sleeping on the couch because there's construction going on in our house.
They're redoing the roof of our building, and we were still sleeping in our bed, and then we woke up and we're like, because it turned out just sawdust and dirt from our dirty ceiling was raining down on us while we were sleeping.
And then I was in a towel after my shower, and all of a sudden it sounds like a man is in my house. I was like, oh my God. I look up and our skylight's been removed and there's 3 construction workers just peering in.
Looking into the house.
Like I'm a little rabbit underground and they're looking into my home. It was very wild. So we're sleeping on the couch and I feel like I'm sleeping good, but I clearly am not because I am exhausted all the time.
I think we're not sleeping well. I'm also not sleeping enough.
You're keeping me up too late.
You've been a
getting
little
home.
wild lately.
You've been out
I've been a little
of
wild.
control, Jordan.
I know.
You went to 2 concerts this
I went
week.
to 2 concerts this weekend.
Back at 2 a.m.?
No.
Well, one of them, yeah.
No.
Last night you were back at like 1 a.m.
No.
High off your ass.
No.
No, you weren't. But
That was Saturday.
That was Saturday. We've both been doing a little, which is really bad because I'm actually have a lot of work I'm supposed to be doing right now.
You really
I've
do.
I've been going a little crazy too. I think we're having our second, what do they call it? Second adolescence.
Yeah.
We've both
I don't know
been
if they
saying,
call it that, but that makes sense.
I'm calling it that. We've both been saying that I feel like because we didn't really play the field that much in terms of like I started dating, you when I was 21, and you came out. Well, you started dating women a bit later. I think we've both been like, you partied a lot, but I didn't really party that much.
Yeah.
And I feel like recently we've been like, maybe in our adult life, we do a little partying.
We're fun. What can I say?
We're really fun. I mean, our version of it. There's a level of partying you and I will never do.
No, of course not.
You've already done it, but I probably will never do.
Yeah, you're not built for it.
No, I'm not. Well, and that is what's funny is, so I haven't drank alcohol in months because I'm not supposed to because of my lupus. And I've planned one day at the end of August where we're all going out with friends and I'm like, I'm going to drink alcohol. And I'm literally counting down to it like it's Christmas. I'm not a huge drinker. I just mean like I haven't partied like that in so long. And that's such an old, like an adult thing to have. I'm like 60 more days till I have 2 glasses of wine.
And also as soon as you're told you can't do something, you want to do it. You're really bad about that.
Yeah. Well, I do miss getting a little buzz,
Sure.
like at a thing like that. We're not home. We never drink at home.
No.
But like I have missed, there's been a couple times we've gone out to like a bar with friends and everyone's kind of like flirty, laughy, ha ha ha. And I'm like fully sober drinking Diet Coke. And I'm kind of like, oh, I wish I felt a little more hee hee hee.
Sure.
And I tried to take edibles, but it just makes me fall asleep.
You fall asleep immediately.
And I've tried a bunch of different kinds.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Next question. Do you think you and your partner should go on solo trips?
I do. You don't think so. I always say I'm going to do a solo trip to Paris because Jordan doesn't really like Paris. And I haven't been since I went once when I was like 7 or 8. I don't really remember it. And I was like, that would be a perfect trip to go do, especially because Paris is a place I'm like, I don't really need to see. Sorry. There's not anything I'm like, I gotta see it. I gotta go see it.
So why go?
Because I'm like, I go by myself. I write at a cafe. I just like enjoy Paris. I mean, I do things in Paris, but I just enjoy Paris.
You know where I think you should go instead?
Where?
Montreal. It's
similar.
Parisian, but I think the food is better and I think the people are nicer.
But do you know why I don't want to?
And the vibe is better. Why?
Because you would want to go with me if I went to Montreal. That's why I think Paris is perfect.
I think it's horrible. I think you're going to be pickpocketed immediately. There's not a singular doubt in my mind.
But this is why you need to go on independent vacations because I think Jordan has very little faith in me.
No, that's not faith in you. You just
How would you feel
distracted.
if I said you will definitely be pickpocketed?
Because I
don't think you will.
Wouldn't, but there's other things that I would do.
What?
Like I would
You wouldn't have any fun if I wasn't there.
I would spend so long trying to like plan and coordinate something and look into details of something that I would like waste the day away in the hotel room or something. Like we all have things we would do.
I don't think I would get pickpocketed. Cut to.
What are you saying?
I don't think I would because I think I would.
What are you calling it?
Pickpocketing? Stop. What is it?
Pickpocketing? What do you think it's?
I was saying pickpocketing.
I thought you misspoke the first time and I didn't say anything about it because I thought I was trying to be cool.
Pickpocketing.
What is a pickpocket?
It's just me saying it faster. Pickpocketing. I don't know.
Were you saying pickpocket?
I know. Well, now that you brought it up, I understand why it would be pickpocket instead of pickpocket.
Your pocket's just to get stuff out of.
Yeah, I get home. I'm like, well, I didn't get pickpocketed. Yeah. I got pickpocketed.
Yeah. But I did have all my things stolen.
Yes. I think I would be so scared of getting pickpocketed that I wouldn't get pickpocketed because I'd be so aware of it because you would be calling me every hour going, I think you're about to get pickpocketed.
This is what I think you should do. And keep in mind, don't take this advice if you don't want to. I think if you and your partner each want to go on 1 month long solo trips, that's your business. And I think that's fine. I think that smaller, more local or regional solo trips, I think are really nice. Like being by yourself in a hotel room for 1 night, 2 nights is really nice and really fun. But to go on a huge trip to another country, it's just like so daunting and there's so much to do and so many things you have to figure out. It's really expensive, like all this stuff. So I'm kind of like, why don't you and your partner go, but then do like a solo day while you're in the place?
Because I just know if once I'm there, I'm not going to want to give you a solo day.
Well, and that tells you that you shouldn't want a solo trip at all then.
Well, but don't you think it'd be good for you? You don't want to be someone who can't do anything on your own.
I do almost everything on my own.
I know, I'm talking about me.
I know.
I need to be able to go and plan. I don't want to be that mom that people have where they're like, she's like 65 years old and everyone's like, she can't do anything on her own because her husband did everything and now she's just like lost and confused and she can't even get on an airplane by herself.
Well, you can do a lot of stuff.
Well, I can't. I want to be clear, I'm very independent, but I've never traveled by myself. Granted, I've traveled a lot for work by myself.
Yes.
Went to Costa Rica by myself.
Yes,
but
that's
I
what I'm
was
saying.
I was with TED Talks and a group of people helping me. But
I think like you could go to like Nashville by yourself.
Nashville could not handle me.
All right.
Me in a cowgirl
Or
hat.
something. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or like Jackson Hole, Wyoming, or something. Like, if
You
were
don't
go
need to do an
horse thing.
international.
I don't. I think to go to
Jackson,
another.
Wyoming. That's a good idea, Jordan.
I think to go to another country is just such a big production, and
Yeah.
it's nice to have another person with you, be it a partner, a friend, a relative, whatever. Even just like, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I need you to hold my bags while I go to the bathroom when you're at the airport. Just like little things like that. It is such a big production, and it's nice to have someone having your back. And I think there's truth to safety in numbers, and especially if you're going somewhere you're not familiar with. I think it would be different if like we went to Paris a bunch of times and then you were like, I'm gonna go to Paris by myself.
Yeah. Wait, what was the question?
Should couples do solo trips?
Oh, yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter. I think it's more just what you want. If you feel called to do a solo trip,
Yeah.
do a solo trip. But I've heard a lot of people be like, I went on this solo trip. I hiked the Camino.
Sure. Well, and
And
there
it
are
just
certain
changed
things
your
that
life.
like are solo trips.
Yeah, but a lot of people do that with someone else. But I think there are things that are really helpful about a solo trip. Granted, I spend a lot of time on my own. So maybe I'm having enough internal thoughts as it is.
Yes.
Most of my time is spent alone. So maybe I don't need to like hike up to a Camino and be like, I think some people literally, especially when they have kids, are surrounded by people constantly.
Of course.
And like never have a moment to just think to themselves. And I don't really have that. So, but I do feel like a solo trip's in the horizon for me because I think on my second book, I might want to go do a little like 2-week writer's retreat somewhere. Maybe a week writer's retreat or something.
I think that if I sent you to Paris by yourself, it would cost $7,000 and you would stay in the hotel room almost the entire trip. And I'm like, why not just send you to Santa Barbara?
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's test it. Send me to both and see how it goes.
We'll do a
Just
side-by-side
kidding.
comparison.
Okay, next question.
How far is too far for online dating? I currently have mine set to a 30-minute drive, but I live in a rural area.
Oh. I wish I knew if you were gay or not.
I think the distance can be any length as long as you can drive.
Yeah, well, if you were straight, I'm kind of like, just calm down. Like, you need to, like, just don't get... I think with gay people, there's so... I mean, that's why everyone does a long-distance relationship. There are areas you live where you have to do a long-distance relationship.
Yes.
There's one lesbian and she lives 40 miles away. That's
Yeah.
just, like, how it works. But I think if you're straight, I'm like, I don't know, set it to a normal driving distance and then, like, go out and meet people and do it the old-fashioned way and also date people in your area. I don't think that's a problem. I assume you're gay the way you're talking about it, or at least interested in dating, like in a queer space. And in that case, I'm like, you can date someone in a different country. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you'll
Lesbians
figure it
will
out.
go the distance for you.
And sometimes straight people do too. You've seen 90 Day Fiancé.
I know, but I don't find it necessary. Anytime I watch that, I go, why is this happening? Except, I mean, I understand if someone is wanting, I understand why the person not in America is doing it. Do you know what I mean? If they want citizenship or something.
Well, I also think it's different if some of the people on 90 Day Fiancé, it's like they met somewhere. Like it was like we were both studying
Sure.
in college and met, or like I went
Right.
to, wherever.
Yes.
I went to Ukraine for college and then I met this
That makes
Ukrainian
sense
man,
to
whatever.
me, of course.
That makes sense to me. But I'm like, yeah, I guess, you don't really need to go on a dating app in Thailand when you live in Delray Beach, Florida.
I don't understand. It's what we always talk about on Seeking Sister Wives. That one couple that is constantly
Danielle and
Garrick.
Garrick.
Constant.
Garrick, what a name.
It's a beautiful name. I think these two people really are some of the craziest people I've ever seen in real life. Well,
I
I've never
know
seen them in
we've
real life.
talked about them before.
We have to have it. They're absolutely out of control. They are some of the most truly horrifyingly. I mean, I don't even know the words to describe these people, the way both of their brains work. I think that's what it is. I genuinely cannot decide who's weirder,
Him or her.
him or her. Because usually there's one ringleader and you go, they're insane and they're manipulating this whole situation. With those two, it is a two peas in a pod match made in heaven.
She's always crying. She wants a sister wife so bad, but also she's very jealous. But also she seems like she's pushing to pursue this.
She's the one, I think, who initiated having a sister
if they
wife.
could do it.
But they only seek sister wives from where? Brazil?
Brazil.
They love women from Brazil.
Other than like one woman they briefly were with, they always keep going to Brazil, finding these women who do not speak English. They only speak Portuguese.
And if you can believe it, Garrick and Danielle haven't even learned how to say hello in Portuguese.
Yeah, they've got obrigado and that's it. They don't know how to say anything else. It's so wild. These people are nuts. Also, Danielle's had a bunch of plastic surgery recently, which is kind of neither here nor there to me, like morally, but it's just very interesting. Like everything they do is very strange. And I always think people like this. So like in her Instagram profile, which I'm looking at right now, it says God first, then family. And I just don't think her actions are showing that.
Her actions are showing women from Brazil, God, then family.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen her those poor kids. They're teenage boys, aren't they?
Yeah.
There's always a woman from Brazil moving in that they basically, I think, feel pressured to act like they're their new mom. And they're old enough that you can tell they've just been like, I'm just going to pretend while I live here that this is fine. Like, they don't seem that bothered by it's just so bizarre.
Well, because these people are freaks. So it's kind of like, that's probably just the tip of the iceberg of the strange things that they're doing.
I can't even imagine. But what you said about the plastic surgery, this is how I feel about it. I don't think about what any person is doing ever until they're super, super religious. And then I'm like, interesting, because there's this woman, so many women who their whole Instagram is about how religious they are. And this whole episode's sounding like I'm super religious.
Yeah.
I'm not, but they're how religious they are. And then they're getting so much plastic surgery. And I'm like, anyone can I don't care if you get plastic surgery, but why are you getting plastic surgery? That feels like that feels like that's really sinister. If I get plastic surgery and God, if there's a God and he saw it and was like, that's weird, he'd be like, but Kendahl doesn't care. But it feels like God wouldn't like that and you believe in him and you're going against that because you want to have Botox.
But I think people will kind of, these people that are bizarre will kind of manipulate anything to be like, well, God gave the talent to doctors to perform these surgeries and God wants me to feel my best or whatever. Like, I think people will just kind of.
But you could do, okay, to be my best, I have to have sex with a woman.
And that's true for you.
I mean, I agree with that, but I'm like, then you could do that for anything.
Of course.
I feel my best when I do heroin. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Of course.
It's
but
like,
that's why they're picking and choosing. It's very strange.
And I don't get that. I don't understand that. Because so anyways, she's had a bunch of plastic surgery, but they get scammed. I'm sure we've talked about this, so I apologize. But they get scammed every single season by a new woman. I mean, I don't even want to call it scamming because these women put in the damn work. This woman from Brazil moves across the country to live moves to a new country to live with a family that's learned no Portuguese. She dates them for a year.
She's always younger.
She's always so young and hot. It feels almost like there's a level of hotness that you're getting scammed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see a woman that's talking to you, there's a certain level of hotness, you go, this is a scam.
Of course, unless you're that hot.
Right.
And they're certainly
They
not.
are certainly not. And they have to know that. I mean,
And
maybe there's a world.
not.
I could see thinking he's really hot.
Well, he does. And the way she hypes him up, I'm looking at her Instagram once again. There's a photo of him kneeling just like next to an ottoman. And the caption is, ladies, this right here should be what you seek in a husband. Look for a man who loves the Lord and seeks him daily. Garrick is a man that fears the Lord. He has a true heart after God. When a man puts God first, he will lead you and your children in true righteousness.
He will lead you and your children to Brazil.
# family of light.
I think maybe they've created their own religion. And I'm not joking. I actually think maybe he is starting his own religion.
There are people alleging in the Instagram comments on Reddit that the two of them are trying to start a cult.
I would join that.
No, you
for
wouldn't.
Fun. No, for fun. To
do like an expose on it?
To do an expose.
You could not handle this for 1 second.
Why, you think I get sucked in?
I just think you would be like, I can't do this. To have to be around Garrick, I don't think you would be around Garrick for 1 second.
I could not. God, he's wild.
You hate doing anything you don't want to do.
Yeah. Well, they're insane and they keep getting scammed and it's really funny. I don't know why this was brought up. Oh, this is why. Because I don't understand why they need to go to Brazil to get, they're, especially where do they live? Utah? I just assumed, but maybe not.
They live somewhere in the middle of the country.
There not only are so many women there, but also women who are seeking sister wives. So you do not need to go to find a woman from Brazil to bring her home. It doesn't make any sense. He clearly has
like a weird fetish.
He could find a woman from Brazil in America. But that's
what I'm saying. The whole thing is like a weird fetish.
Weird,
it's like he goes and he has to get these women from Brazil who don't speak. Tons of people in Brazil speak English. That, you know what I mean? He's never finding a girl that speaks English, even though tons of people in Brazil speak English. So it's always very strange, and then he won't learn Portuguese.
That's what's insane. He won't even, you'd think even if it was against his will, he would learn a little bit.
He would be absorbing.
He'd be absorbing some amount of it.
Just like getting some of it.
They are on their 3rd year of dating different Brazilian women.
At least.
And there's just not a single ounce of Portuguese learned. So that's wild. And so that's why I say with straight people, I'm like, unless you, like you said, met doing an abroad thing or you met on vacation and you fell in love, okay, that's great. But I don't know why you need to seek someone out. You're in a sea of people. And then if you can't find anyone in that sea, I think you have to look inward and maybe you're expecting too much. Because I do think that's a problem we have right now in dating is it's not really a problem. It doesn't matter. But a lot of people are like, a lot of people have so many options that it feels impossible to pick a person. Because I think most people, me included, when I was single, I would be like, well, there is a world where a famous professional soccer player wants to be my wife. And what if that was going to happen?
Sure.
And then what if I date this random person I met on Hinge that I really like, but they're not a famous soccer player? What if AOC wants to be my wife? These are horrible examples.
And how are you feeling about it now?
AOC being my wife?
No, the way it turned out.
I feel like it turned out great. What do you think?
Fine.
I'm just saying, like, I think it's kind of that billionaire thing of like, well, one day I could become a billionaire, even though there's absolutely no way. I think people now, instead of where it used to be like, well, I went to high school and there was like 8 guys I could have dated and I picked the one I got along with best. Not that I'm saying that's ideal, but I think you make it work and that's what a marriage is like 2 people that are compatible and get along and want to build a life together. I think now people have it in their head a little bit, even if they live in the middle of nowhere. What if Andrew Garfield knocked on my door and we could be together?
I don't know if anyone's thinking that specifically, but
they're thinking, what if AOC and a professional soccer player and Andrew Garfield propositioned me for a foursome?
Could be cool.
I can't marry my husband. He's such a loser. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you're right. I think that but I think that's with everything. I think people are like wanting things to be easier without wanting to do the work. Also, I feel people talk that way about like content creating or anything, podcasting even. Like people are very quick to be like, well, that's easy. Well, anyone could do that. Well, and it's like things take time and effort to be good at them, to make money off of them. Things take time and effort. And I think relationships are kind of the same way. I think a lot of people want a really like S-tier partner.
S-tier?
Like the highest tier you can be.
Okay.
When
that would be Z-tier.
What?
Z-tier.
That's the worst.
Why? That's the top of the alphabet.
You think Z is the top of the alphabet?
You know what? Move on. Why would S-tier be the top as the middle of the alphabet?
Because I don't know. It's just a thing.
Sorry.
It's just a thing. I didn't invent it. I'm just trying to be hip.
Okay, go on.
People want to have an A-tier partner without being an A-tier partner. I think people want to be a content creator without having to do any of the work of being a content creator. I think people want, I think that's just a common thing now, and not in a way where it's like everybody needs to pull themselves up by their bootstraps or anything, but I think that
some people do
just want things to come to them so easily, and I think things unfortunately take work.
It's like when I tried to learn Japanese.
And I think you did a really great job.
I tried for a really long time, but I ultimately did want to be better at it than I was immediately. We both struggle with that because we're very naturally talented. What I was going to say too is like, I think maybe I've talked about this before, but we live in a time where like, you do have a lot more options. Like, especially in the queer space, you're like, well, a lot of people are open. A lot of people are, in all these different types of relationships, which is great. But I think for most people, your partner is never, I don't know if anybody has a partner that's going to be able to fulfill every single thing they need, unless you're married to Jordan Myrick. But so then that expectation, I think we've, especially with just how quick things come to you in this day and age, and there's so much immediate satisfaction, people want their needs to constantly be met. And so I don't know, I look back at people, my parents' generation, it's like they haven't been satisfied in something for 30 years. Not that that's good.
Sure.
But I think people now, it's in the other direction where if it's like for 5 minutes, they're not satisfied in every single thing. They're like, I deserve more and I deserve better.
Yeah. Well, it's like with kids. Like parents are obsessed with kids not being bored. And my parents, not in a bad way, but my parents, I don't think thought about whether or not I was bored.
Because you probably weren't as bored also.
Well, but also like if I was bored, my parents were probably bored or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like we're sitting at the DMV. It's like they don't want to be there either. So I don't think my parents were like, oh no, are you bored? I think they were like, you and me both, sister.
I know.
Let's both read a book. We're at the DMV. Sometimes in life you gotta do stuff you don't want to do.
When you're at the car shop and you're waiting, people and their kids, they have like a pack and play there with like a tablet and then a bunch of toys. And I'm like, this is so unnecessary.
Yeah. I just don't think my parents ever thought of it. Okay, let me read you one last Danielle quote and then we can wrap up the episode.
Please.
This is a
how
Bible
we should
verse?
end every episode with a
Bible
Danielle quote.
verse from a polyamorous woman's Instagram.
Well, unsuccessfully polyamorous.
Proverbs 18:20. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they love it shall eat the fruit therefore. What you speak, is it bringing life or is it bringing death?
That's her bio?
So that's the caption to a picture of her legs up against a bush that she posted.
I think religion is not for people with learning disabilities.
Kendahl.
Because what did you just... I could not, but that was my problem when because I tried to get religious when I was in high school. They'd be like, read the Bible. I was like,
I can't.
I physically can't read this. What are you even saying?
Sure.
What does that mean?
I couldn't tell you anything about that.
That was like a Mad Lib. I don't know what that was.
I had a hard time reading it out loud, and I find it very hard to believe that that's a real Bible
That
quote.
sounded like the directions to Operation the Game.
And I don't know how it relates to this picture of her legs, but, you know...
Those are the fruits that he produced, that he's going to put in his mouth?
I guess we'll leave it on that note.
That's beautiful.
All right, and as you can maybe tell, because there's an empty chair here, we did have to take a pause and then come back and film this last part.
Yes.
Because it's very exciting. We had to prep, we had to get ready, we had to put an empty chair here for all of our hopes and dreams, and to symbolize the fact that you could be sitting with Kendahl and I soon because we're going on tour!
Wow!
We are hitting the road and starting out, obviously, in Los Angeles, where we currently live, where we will be doing our first live recording of the podcast ever.
Are you kidding
me? It will be the kickoff of season 4 at Dynasty Typewriter here in LA on January 9th. So go ahead and put that in your calendar.
Season 4?
Season 4.
That's crazy.
Can you believe?
Are you sure?
Yeah, right?
Wow. Is this season 3, I guess?
Anyone? This is
season
3,
4.
Right?
Sorry, that's just wild.
I know. We've been doing it for such a long
4
time.
years.
And we've never done a live episode. So this will be our first ever live episode at Dynasty Typewriter, January 9th, 7:30 p.m. Then we're heading down to Irvine, where we'll be at the Irvine Improv on January 21st, 8 p.m. And then finally, we're ending in San Diego, January 28th at Mic Drop Comedy at 7:30 p.m. And all this information will be posted on our Instagram as soon as this episode finishes. And there's also the pre-sale. So if you are listening to this episode, you listen all the way through, or you're a member of our Patreon, you get the pre-sale code and you can go buy tickets as soon as this episode ends at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
So exciting.
And once you get over there, use the code WIFE27 to go ahead and buy your tickets early. Regular tickets go on sale tomorrow, Tuesday, the 11th, also at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And at all these venues, you'll have the option to purchase general admission or VIP tickets that come with a meet and greet where you can meet Kendahl and I after the show. Also, all the shows will have an opener, we'll have guests. It'll be so fun and so exciting. I'm nervous.
Me too.
But I also feel really good about it.
No, it's going to be so fun. I'm like so excited. I don't know why I'm nervous because you and I perform together all the time, but I feel like I'm so excited to meet some of our podcast listeners.
I know, it just feels so nerve-wracking.
I know.
I think it's going to be really great. And if you're like, hey, 3 cities in Southern California does not a tour make. Just wait, all right? Just be cool and hang tight, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.